The landscape we most deeply belong to, that connects with our senses, that glows in our consciousness, will always be the one we are born into. These words by the writer David Malouf link me to the bush topography and waterways of Sydney's Middle Harbour. It is the landscape I was born into. Saltwater inlets and tidal estuaries, tumbling angophores that cling to the sandstone rock ledges, kids unfettered and barefoot. Viewed on a map, this part of Middle Harbour looks like splayed branches of kelp with a myriad of creeks disappearing into bush. Green-shadowed salt water, seagrass and the grey-greens of eucalypts, banksias and xanthorrheas give this landscape a groundscape of greens, relieved only by the sky. The streetscape is all sinewed, twisted and half-cleaved from following the steep contours of the land. The plant life, somewhat like the houses and jetties, has evolved to perch, burrow and anchor into the earth and sandstone rock so they don't tumble down to the water's edge. Water has been shaping this landscape from deep time to the present day, and it will shape its future, though not in ways we may like or yet foresee. Sandstone ridges of the escarpment made from grains of pure silica, carried by the flow of an ancient river system, still wear the south-flowing marks of that Gondwanaland River. Here, once a great freshwater river system stretching from the Blue Mountains to a coastline out to sea. Today, a drowned river valley. Also a place of absence, of loss, of fractured knowledge, of details unnoticed, of things not named and therefore not known. Exhibited at Manly Art Gallery and Museum is Series 1 from the Changing Line of Coastline series. This series of 5 screens has their impetus in observations I undertook with the University of New South Wales Water Research Laboratory. The WRL work with wave dynamics, modelling and collating data that reveal rising sea levels and coastal erosion to our coastline as the new markers of climate change. Disruption of pattern, of how knowledge is fragmented and how connections between things are not wholly formed, places this research in the context of the salt waterways and estuaries of Middle Harbour. The movement of water as it seeps down gullies to the estuaries hugging our harbour foreshores, the topographical movement of our bodies through landscape shaped by water, coastal erosion caused by storm-driven waves, drive signal data, sea bees block, luvid holes of the diatom, we, you, words from Greta Thunberg's speech to the United Nations, the hanging bark, a poetic link of water to life. I wonder why it is we don't see connections between things. I wonder that our thinking and thus our language has not developed sufficiently because we have remained distant from the landscape, set above it and apart, rather than an integral part of it. I wonder that as inhabitants of this shared landscape, we are yet to grasp a matured, deep, abiding connection, one developed and honed through generations of activity and observation. Though fragmented, I am telling stories with my artwork about us, about this landscape, so that we may take responsibility for it and care for it.